You're watching Homegirl Creates with me, Adora.
I've had this picture frame for a while now, and I'm kind of tired of looking at it like this. So we're going to paint it black. Well, we're going to paint it old school, which is kind of charcoal. I also have a problem staying focused on one task, which is very evident in this video. You'll see. You'll catch on real soon. I'm going to clean my brush off onto this piece of scrap paper here. It's actually watercolor paper. Yeah, I'm just tapping my brush off. Oh yeah, let's get all that paint out of there. Wow, this paint goes a long ways. I just sprayed some water into my brush. Look at how much paint is still in this brush. I'm just gonna clean out my brush onto this piece of paper. Yep, I'm gonna cover. You know what? I need another piece of paper. So we're gonna add more water to the paper, and then we're gonna clean out the brush. We're gonna make swirly marks and go all the way around. This is kind of fun. This is maybe more fun than painting the frame. Yeah. Oh, I remember. I had 2 more frames I wanted to paint. So let's go paint those. We're going to cover them in a layer of old school. It's like a charcoal grayish black, like a chalkboard. So once that dries, I'm going to add some cowgirl coral, which I didn't put the lid on it last time. It's dried up, but that's okay, because this paint reactivates when you add water to it. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, so we're just going to mix some up in the lid. And there we go. And I'm just going to brush some on here to encourage some highlights in the scrolling on the frame. Reminding me of when I was a kid. I used to want this pair of cowboy boots. They had all this fancy scrolling in the leather. And then they had all these bright colors on them too. They weren't just brown basic cowboy boots. They were like turquoise and like this cowgirl coral color, and they were so pretty. But I always got, the basic brown. The basic brown everyday work cowboy boot. But I love them boots. I wore them all the time. I wore them more than sneakers. Look at that. I don't know. This might be better than those cowboy boots. I'm loving how that looks. That's looking really good. Hey, you know what? I need to clean out my brush, because I'm going to reuse my brush on the next color. So I dry brush out some of the paint. I'm just kind of smashing. This isn't my best brush. I'm just going to kind of smash it on the paper. Yeah. What about this paper? What if I add some water to the paper? Huh? Yeah. Let's tap it out this time. Let's be a little nicer. Oh, we're getting lots of color this time. You know what? These could be flowers. These could be flowers someday. Have faith. Have vision. Hey, let's add more water to the brush. Yeah, look at that. That's totally gonna be a flower. Can you see it? I totally can see it. Back to smashing that brush. So, back to the frames. let's add some cherry picked. It's this rich, lush purple color. And I'm just gonna kind of go over the old school because I want some of the old school to kind of show through. But you know what I like more? I like cleaning the brush. Who knew cleaning brushes was fun? Yeah. This time, I definitely have a game plan because look at that. I'm making swirls with my brushes. Because I'm going to make some flowers later. I'm kind of using the brush like you would put if you put too much cheek blush on your cheeks. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe in junior high school. Just learning how to put makeup on. Blend it out real good. Maybe no one will notice. Back to smashing that brush. Yeah, them picture frames are just sitting there drying. But this paper and this brush, we're having some fun, aren't we? You gotta have fun. Check it out. So I grabbed the old 57 because I love old 57. Reminds me of those turquoise and those cowboy boots. So I'm gonna brush on top of the cherry picked and the old school. And I'm gonna lightly brush it on all over. Apparently my thumb too. It's, you know, just part of the game. And as I'm brushing it on, I noticed where I had gotten paint on the cardboard of the frame. That looks like a face. Does that look like a face to you? Like, hello, little person. That looks like a face to me. Yeah, at this point, you know what my brain is thinking? Hurry up and get this paint on here because I want to get back to those papers. Can't wait to clean my brush out. Back to the papers. Oh yeah, that other frame that we started on. Yeah, I put some old 57 on it. Move it out of the way. We want to work on the paper. So now I'm adding some of this blue. It's gonna work into our leaves. Do you see where I'm going here? Y'all just play with your art. Just have fun. Oh, what? There's my charger. I better charge up my phone. Okay, so here's the thought. I'm gonna coat this whole thing with this creamy white crinoline. Huh? That's the plan. Coat the whole thing. But I don't want it to be white. If I wanted it to be white, I would have started with white, right? There's a plan. I'm not gonna clean my brush this time, y'all. I'm just going straight for the paint. I'm adding the paint to it because I want to add highlights to my flowers. Can you see the flowers? Because I can see the flowers. So I'm just dry brushing some of the paint on in a swirly motion. Wait, I have to let the dog out. Okay, I'm back. Now these are two different papers, y'all. Remember that? That's how much paint you get in your brush by just using a little drop. A little bit of this paint goes a long ways. I'm not liking how this frame looks, to be honest. Kind of looks dirty. I don't want it to look dirty. I want it to look like new cowboy boots, not old dirty ones. Let's just go add some golden ticket to the center of these flowers instead then. So I took a wet paper towel and I'm wet distressing these picture frames so that some of those different layers of colors shine through. See that? See the turquoise and the plum? See all the different colors? Do you see the different colors? The old 57, the cherry picked, and the old school, how they come through when you wet distress it. So I don't like it. I don't like it. And with all that work, I'm just gonna cover the whole thing in this pretty old 57 color because I loves it. So, guess what? I should big top this. I should coat and seal it. I already put the glass and the picture I wanted in it back in it. Oopsie! Just gotta be really careful now, don't I? Back to the flowers. I'm gonna add some green to the leaves. I'm also going to use a brush that I didn't put away last time. I'm telling you, I get distracted. This brush is very dry. The bristles are all stuck together. Does that stop me from adding color to the leaves? No. I'm going to do it anyways. And the more I use it, the more it loosens up. So then I sketched out my flowers and I decided I want to define my petals with more color. So I'm going to come in with my brush that I actually do clean and treat very nice. I'm going to come in with two colors on my brush, some of the cherry picked and some of the crinoline. And as I paint each petal, I get a little blend of the two colors, creating shadows and highlights. So now that I'm older, I don't need a pair of cowboy boots. I haven't worn cowboy boots since I was a teenager. I need comfortable shoes now. I need arch support. I need shoes that are gonna help with my plantar fasciitis. I need shoes that I can stand in front of the stove and cook dinner in. Do you know what I'm talking about? And the cowboy boots are just not in the closet anymore. And that's okay. I got some cool sneakers. I'm so glad I cleaned out my brushes. Oh, I forgot the frames. Well, I put a picture in it. Doesn't it look nice? Ah. And I hung the other ones on the wall. See, look, I finished the project.